In Öoo, you play as a violent criminal who must spread death and use explosions to escape bird jail. It is a deeply brutal and disturbing experience. This is your character. Be careful, it can smell fear. You can move left or right. You can't jump, but you can use your bomb. In Öoo, bombs are the way you interact with the world. You use left click to place a bomb and right click to detonate. The game removes a lot of the typical ways you interact with the game world. You can't run, you can't jump, so you have to get creative with how you solve problems. If there's a big gap, maybe in a different platformer, I would run and jump over it, but here you don't have that option. So instead, you have to use your bombs to cross. Using a bomb propels you in whatever direction you are next to when it detonates, left, right, or up. The breadth of options you have with just one bomb is somewhat remarkable. Some stuff is easy. Blow it up to clear a path, use the blast to get to a higher place, commit homicide, weigh down a plate with a bomb to open a door, but not everything is so easy. You might have to put a bomb in a different room, maneuver away from it, and then blow it up when you can't even see it. Now, if you could do all that with one bomb, imagine what you can do with two. The part of the game after you get two bombs is my favorite part because it expands upon the mechanics so well. You can use one bomb to push another, push yourself twice, move in an L shape, commit double homicide, get to even higher places, or set up your bombs in two precise locations both halfway across the map to solve a puzzle. Öoo puts a lot of effort into making sure you learn what you are supposed to learn. Every puzzle is a test to ensure that you are equipped with all of the knowledge you need to proceed. For example, in this room, right towards the beginning of the game, you are forced to learn that bombs can send you upwards. Learning this is the only way to proceed, and so at any point afterwards, the game is sure that you know this. This other room exists to teach you that the checkpoint flags eat flies. Instead of putting a big explaining pop-up on your screen, Öoo uses the level design to teach you. The game doesn't even have any words in it, but that's because it doesn't need them. Oh, and by the way, even the settings menu doesn't have words in it, and it's funny when you delete your save file because the game really wants to make sure you know what you're doing. It's pretty effective, I think. Anyway, this puzzle I'm about to show you is one of my favorites in the game because it is so funny once you figure it out. The game puts you in this big room. I looked around for a while and couldn't find anything, so I ended up going back to the map. It is then when you realize that the structure you were standing on the entire time was actually a huge, comical YouTube thumbnail arrow that points to this specific spot. So I went over there, committed some property damage, and then moved on. There are a few tricks that this puzzle employs to make it work. First, the only way to get back to anywhere else on the map from this room is to teleport away. And the teleport menu is the only place where you can see a map of the area. The game forces you to see the clue when you might be trying to leave to go somewhere else. And so you sort of get blindsided by the very obvious solution after you might have been stumped for a while. Second, these hidden blocks you can blow up are strategically placed so that you can't really blow them up on accident. If you're just moving around the room as normal, you will never blow them up. Third, because the game is broken up into different rooms and there's no scroll to follow your character, the nature of the arrow is hidden. You can't really tell what it is until it is fully revealed in the map. There are a lot of moments that use the level design in ways similar to this. A room might have a hidden path in it that you will know about because a previous room with the same layout had a hidden path in the same spot. The game also ensures that these rooms are never too far apart. It's never like you saw this hidden spot 2 hours ago and now the game expects you to remember that. This is only because Öoo is less than 2 hours long. The worst thing about Öoo is that it is short. Like, really short. It took me an hour and a half to beat the first time. It's so short that you can refund it on Steam after beating it in a casual playthrough. Now, you shouldn't do that because the game is worth the money and also really good. But it uses the fact that it can be beaten in one sitting to effectively build upon its concepts without ever leaving the player behind. Plus, it wouldn't necessarily be better if it was longer. I honestly just wish there was more of it to play. I also wish that more games took Öoo's approach to design. Many games seem to feel like they need to get the teaching over with as quickly as possible so you can get to the real game, but Öoo throws all of that out of the window. The entire game is one continuous tutorial. It is teaching you things until its very last moment of gameplay, but it's still fun because you have to come up with the solutions to the puzzles. Öoo would be a way worse game if you had a little companion guy who just kept telling you how to solve the puzzles, because then it's less of a game and more of an instruction following simulator. Anyway, you should play Öoo. It's really fun and one of my favorite puzzle games. It's difficult to get through the gruesome and violent nature of the game sometimes, but if you can put up with that, it's definitely worth it. 10 out of 10 for sure.